Ladies and gentlemen, your mind is waiting for a command. Not from the world, not from fate, but from you. Every word you speak is an order your mind obeys without question. Say you're tired, and it weakens. Say you're strong, and it rises. Say you can't, and it closes the door. But say you can, and that door swings open to infinite possibility. Today, you'll discover how to speak words so powerful they reprogram your mind, reshape your reality, and turn thought into destiny. So begin, this very moment, to speak differently to yourself. Choose words that lift, words that build, words that move your mind toward greatness. You have within you the power to reshape the course of your life by the daily language you allow to occupy your thoughts. For the mind, magnificent and impartial, will always serve the one who dares to give it clear, decisive direction. You are not meant to drift through life like a leaf in the wind. You are meant to steer your course with certainty, and your words are the wheel by which you turn. You must understand that every word you speak to yourself forms a vibration, and that vibration shapes your emotional state. Speak of abundance, and your emotions begin to align with prosperity. Speak of peace, and your nervous system begins to calm. Speak of fear, and your body tenses to match it. You are a system of mind and body responding to verbal command. The great mistake many make is believing that they must feel good before they speak positively. But it is the opposite. You must first speak positively to command the feelings that follow. Emotion obeys thought, and thought obeys speech. That is the chain of creation within you. When you rise each morning, you have two choices: to speak from habit or to speak from purpose. Habit speaks from memory. It repeats the language of yesterday, often colored with worry, fatigue, or self-doubt. Purpose, on the other hand, speaks from vision. It commands the day according to your highest ideals. The person who begins the morning saying, "Today will be another struggle," has already written the script of their day. But the one who begins by saying, "Today I rise with strength, focus, and peace," has written a different story entirely. Both will be proven right, for the mind fulfills whichever story it is told to believe. Your words are your orders to the universe. Every time you say, "I will," you open a gate. Every time you say, "I can't," you close one. The universe responds to authority, and the authority is your conviction. Speak without conviction, and nothing moves. Speak with absolute belief, and the forces of life align to make your statement reality. This is not magic, it is law. It is the natural law of mind and cause and effect. The one who commands his mind commands his world. It takes practice to re-educate your inner voice. You have spent years listening to thoughts that may not serve you. You have perhaps absorbed the language of limitation from others, parents, teachers, friends, even strangers who spoke carelessly. But the beauty of the human mind is that it can be rewritten at any moment. The past holds no power over a man or woman who decides to speak a new language to themselves. The moment you begin saying, "I am capable, I am valuable, I am becoming better each day," the mind begins erasing the old scripts and writing new ones. The subconscious listens intently to repetition, not emotion. Say a thing often enough and it becomes your truth. The person who says, "I am always unlucky," soon finds evidence to prove it. The person who says, "I am blessed and guided," begins to see hidden blessings everywhere. What changed? Only words. Words, however, are not mere sounds. They are mental pictures. The moment you speak, you form an image, and the mind moves toward that image. Say, "I am struggling," and your mind visualizes struggle. Say, "I am overcoming," and it sees progress. Say, "I am thriving," and it sees success. The mind lives by pictures, and words paint them. Speak differently, and you paint a new reality. Every achievement, every transformation, every great life began with a sentence spoken in faith. I can do this. I will rise. I will not give up. These words have echoed through time, shaping destinies and empires. Do not underestimate the quiet power of what you say when no one is listening. The world you experience is simply the outer echo of your inner speech. If you want to change what you see, change what you say. The language of winners is not complaint, but command. They do not describe circumstances, they direct them. When you begin to master your speech, you'll notice that your energy changes. You will feel more alive, more centered, more in control. The same challenges that once overwhelmed you will now appear as opportunities. You will walk with a quiet certainty that whatever comes, you will handle it. That is the reward of mastering your inner voice. It gives you dominion over yourself, and he who commands himself commands life. You must guard your words with vigilance. Do not let idle speech escape your lips. Casual negativity is poison to the mind. The small phrases people say without thought, "I'm exhausted," "I never have enough," "Nothing ever works for me," slowly form grooves in consciousness that shape experience. Replace them with declarations of vitality, abundance, and progress. Speak life even when you don't yet feel it. The emotion will catch up. The outer world will catch up. The law cannot fail you if you persist. There will be times when the world will test the strength of your declarations. Circumstances may seem to contradict your affirmations. But remember, your words are not meant to describe what is. They are meant to create what will be. When the outer world looks chaotic, that is when your inner command must be strongest. Speak calmly, confidently, and consistently. The storm will pass, but the authority of your word will remain. Do not measure your progress by what your eyes see today. Measure it by the consistency with which you command your mind. For what you hold within, you will one day hold in your hands. Begin to see yourself as the architect of your inner world. Your words are the tools, your thoughts the blueprint, your actions the construction. Every time you speak truth, faith, and power into your mind, you lay another brick in the foundation of a strong, confident, purposeful life. The structure may take time to rise, but it will rise. Keep building, keep speaking, keep commanding. The day will come when you look back and realize that the world around you has reshaped itself to match the language you chose to live by. Say to yourself, "I am disciplined, I am focused, I am moving toward my highest self." Let these phrases become part of your daily rhythm, as natural as breathing. When obstacles appear, say, "I am resourceful, I find a way." When fear whispers, answer with, "I am fearless, I trust my strength." When doubt lingers, respond, "I know who I am, and I will not retreat." Each declaration you make chips away at the walls of limitation until the full horizon of your potential stands before you. The great secret is this: your mind believes everything you tell it. It does not argue or analyze. It accepts. It learns by repetition and emotion. Feed it words of power daily, and it begins to operate as a servant of success. It will bring to your attention opportunities, ideas, and people that align with your spoken commands. It will steer you away from what conflicts with your declarations. Your outer behavior will unconsciously shift to match your inner script. Speak boldly, and your life will begin to mirror that boldness. The moment you speak a command to your mind, it begins organizing itself around that direction. If you say, "I am focused," it starts filtering distractions. If you say, "I am confident," it begins recalling times you acted with courage. If you say, "I am wealthy," it tunes your awareness to opportunities for growth and creation. The words are the trigger. The mind does the work. But the trigger must be pulled with intention. You must mean what you say, and say it with the certainty that it is already in motion. The more you practice this, the quieter your doubts become. You will no longer argue with yourself, no longer live in contradiction between your desires and your dialogue. Your speech will become unified, every word a reflection of your highest belief. You will notice that people respond differently to you. Circumstances shift, doors open. The world bends ever so slightly in your favor, not because it suddenly changed, but because you did. You commanded your mind, and your mind commanded your reality. You can command peace in the middle of chaos. You can command courage in the face of fear. You can command joy even when the world gives you every reason to despair. For the mind does not wait for conditions, it creates them. When you say, "I am calm," your heartbeat slows. When you say, "I am strong," your body responds. When you say, "I am enough," the endless striving within begins to settle. This is the quiet miracle of human speech. It is both the cause and the cure. So speak as one who knows that every word carries the weight of creation. Speak slowly, clearly, with purpose. Let your words build, not break, uplift, not undermine. You are shaping tomorrow with what you say today. The command you give your mind now will echo through every experience that follows. Speak as the master, not the servant. Speak as the creator, not the victim. Speak these words to command your mind, and it will obey, for that is its nature. And as you continue to speak these words of power, something begins to awaken within you. A quiet confidence replaces hesitation. A sense of direction replaces confusion. You no longer feel at the mercy of circumstance because you have learned the truth. Circumstance is the reflection of thought, and thought is directed by speech. You are no longer a wanderer through life, hoping things will turn out in your favor. You are a commander now. You give orders to the invisible forces within and around you, and they respond in kind. You no longer plead with life. You instruct it. You no longer wish. You declare. And through this shift, you take possession of the one thing every human must eventually master, the mind. Every word you speak with faith builds a bridge between what you are and what you desire to become. That bridge may not appear overnight, but it is forming, stone by stone, every time you speak with intention. When you say, "I am calm," you lay a stone of peace. When you say, "I am determined," you lay a stone of strength. When you say, "I am prosperous," you lay a stone of abundance. Each phrase you repeat adds another piece to the bridge that connects you to your future. Doubt may try to shake it. Fear may whisper that it's not real, but if you keep speaking, the bridge will hold. It will grow stronger with every declaration, until one day you find yourself walking across it into a life that matches the words you have spoken. It is important to remember that the mind responds most deeply to words spoken with emotion. A cold statement does little, but a word infused with feeling becomes a command. Feel the power of your words. Feel their truth as you say them. When you speak of strength, feel it rise within your chest. When you speak of clarity, let it light your thoughts. When you speak of peace, breathe it into your being. This harmony between thought, word, and feeling is the trinity of creation. It is how the invisible becomes visible. The mind cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. It only responds to the picture painted by your words and emotions. That is why visualization is so effective when joined with speech. When you speak affirmations aloud, imagine them already fulfilled. See yourself as the person you describe. Hear your own confident tone. See your posture. Feel your success. By doing this, you are not pretending. You are programming. You are giving the mind a pattern to follow, a model to reproduce in the outer world. The clearer your image and the stronger your emotion, the faster the manifestation. You might wonder how something so simple could carry so much power. The answer is that simplicity is the nature of truth. The laws that govern the mind are not complicated. They are profound in their clarity. The mind believes what it hears most often and most strongly. That is all. If you feed it fear, it becomes fearful. If you feed it courage, it becomes courageous. If you feed it confusion, it becomes scattered. If you feed it order and purpose, it becomes precise. What you continually say, you continually become. So speak deliberately, for each repetition carves a deeper groove in the mind until the words become instinct, and instinct becomes destiny. In time, your words will no longer feel like effort. They will become your natural language. You will speak faiz, as easily as others speak fear. You will speak opportunity while others complain. You will speak calmness in chaos, because it will be your inner climate. This transformation is not loud or sudden. It is gradual, steady, inevitable. The more consistently you issue commands of confidence and clarity, the more your subconscious accepts them as law. Then life itself begins to arrange circumstances in your favor. The right people appear, the right ideas flow, and what once seemed impossible becomes natural. The greatest victory any person can achieve is mastery over their own inner dialogue. For once you have conquered the battlefield of thought, no external force can hold power over you. You become self-directed, self-sustaining, unshakable. You are no longer waiting for inspiration, you are giving it. You are no longer reacting, you are initiating. This is the state of mental leadership where you govern your emotions with wisdom and your words with purpose. And those who reach this level of command find that peace, success, and fulfillment follow as loyal subjects. Let your words not only direct your mind, but also cleanse it. For years, your inner speech may have carried residues of fear, guilt, and self-criticism. Each new command of love, confidence, and gratitude washes those residues away. When you say, I forgive myself, you release the chains of the past. When you say, I am worthy, you dissolve the illusion of inadequacy. When you say, I am guided, you reconnect with the intelligence that has always led you forward. Your words are the purifiers of your consciousness. Each declaration removes another shadow, revealing more of the light within you. There will be moments when the old language tries to return. You may catch yourself saying, I can't, or I'm not ready. Do not condemn yourself for it. Simply correct it. Replace it instantly. Say, that is no longer my language. I can, I am ready, and I will. This simple act of redirection strengthens your command. Every time you catch a negative phrase and turn it into a positive one, you reclaim a piece of your power. Slowly, the voice of limitation fades, and the voice of strength becomes the only one that speaks. Understand that speaking to command your mind is not about arrogance or denial. It is not pretending that life has no difficulties. It is the conscious choice to face life with mastery rather than submission. It is to say, though the storm rages, I will remain calm. Though the road is long, I will walk it with faith. Though I have failed before, I will rise again. These words are not fantasies. They are foundations. They build character, endurance, and resilience. The one who speaks them consistently becomes unbreakable, not because the world is easy, but because their mind is disciplined. Every time you speak words of truth and strength, you are writing the next chapter of your life. The story changes as your language changes. You can always rewrite it no matter where you are or what has happened. The power to begin again lies on your tongue. Say, this is the turning point, and it becomes one. Say, I am beginning a new chapter, and your mind adjusts to the new narrative. The past does not argue. It simply fades behind the authority of your new command. Life itself listens to the tone of your belief, and when that tone is firm, the echo is transformation. Those who master their words master their destiny. They do not speak carelessly of failure or doubt because they know that every phrase plants a seed. They plant only what they wish to harvest. They do not entertain idle complaints, for they understand that each complaint waters the weeds of limitation. They guard their speech as carefully as a craftsman guards his tools, knowing that the slightest slip can alter the shape of the creation. And just as the craftsman refines his skill through practice, so too do you refine your language through awareness. You might begin with short, simple statements, phrases that capture the essence of who you are becoming. I am focused. I am resilient. I am in control. I am grateful. These are not merely affirmations, they are instructions. Repeat them throughout the day, not with desperation, but with certainty. Let them echo within until they feel like your own voice, until your mind cannot distinguish between who you were and who you are becoming. That is the moment when change solidifies, when new patterns become identity. If you could see the unseen machinery of your mind, you would marvel at how faithfully it works. Every spoken command sets thousands of processes into motion, neurons firing, chemicals balancing, perceptions shifting. Each phrase you utter is like striking a key on a great instrument, and the sound that follows is your experience of life. Strike the keys of courage, focus, and gratitude, and the melody that plays will lift you. Strike the keys of doubt, complaint, and fear, and the sound will depress you. The music of your life is composed in the words you choose. To command your mind is to speak the language of cause, not effect. The average person speaks only of what they see. The master speaks of what they choose to create. When they are tired, they say, I am renewed. When they are uncertain, they say, I am guided. When they face resistance, they say, I am unstoppable. And the world, hearing the authority in those words, eventually yields. It may not happen instantly, but it always happens, because persistence in truth overrides the temporary appearance of difficulty. So continue speaking these words of power. Speak them when you wake, when you work, when you rest. Speak them when life is bright and when it is dark. Let them become the rhythm of your existence, the pulse of your consciousness. The day will come when you no longer need to remind yourself, because the mind you once had to command will now obey without hesitation. It will move automatically in the direction of success, peace, and purpose, because that will be the only language it knows.